Hello everyone, this is Nia Rubric. As always, I'm Ina Volodina and welcome to my channel. Today, topic is not easy, and here is the reason if you clicked on this video. I was about to be much more depressive than I am right now, but blogging is one of the things that makes me happy. Sharing my thoughts, feelings, this is one of the and yapping, this is one of the things that makes me happy, so no judgment. I'm gonna be really vulnerable right now, and I know that you probably feel the same because this is a, I suggest this is a super common situation for everyone, uh, for most human being on this earth. So, this is gonna be yapping about my experience and my suggestions. So if you're really looking for a cure or something like that, maybe it's the wrong place, but just listening to a story may help you a lot through your own vision, through your own perception. So I hope that you will stick by me. Another day gone. Today is December the 3rd, 2024, and yet maybe another dream, another goal, another life was postponed today again. And I was driving myself back home today after my graphic design courses, and I was thinking about what am I doing? And it's not like a simple question, actually, yes, because when you start to overthink about that, this is a disaster. Please don't do that. It's very toxic to yourself. But if rather you would just step back out of your life and everything that's going on and ask that question, try to analyze what actually going on in there and how it feels like and how it looks like, then maybe you will be able to make some shifts and movements. But that, I mean, why am I always postponing things that I want to do? If I want to record a video, I say no, maybe later. If I want to do my job, I say no, maybe later. If I see a person on the street and I want to tell her or him how good she looks like, I go like, no, maybe later. It's not one of the numerous of motivational talks like do it now, just do it, and stuff like that. It's more of about an observation and the reflection. I have no answer to that. Like, why does this happen? I've experienced a lot. I've experienced the beauty of discipline a little, but I still have. I've experienced the pain of doing nothing, of procrastination, of being lazy, of postponing syndrome that I'm talking about right now. Yet I'm still doing that. It feels like I am kind of getting myself out of this state and stuff like that. But it still is a long journey to go, and I just want to say to you, by you I mean to you who's watching this video right now, and to myself, to Amina, that you are actually on your right way, on your path. The main point that I mentioned driving is that I was driving back home and I was like, I want to drive somewhere. This is so ridiculous when you realize that you're growing up and you don't need anybody's validation anymore. One of the most difficult things for now, as a challenge, let's say, that a lot of Gen Zs face right now, it is being by their own. Our parents, they somehow figured that out. And by somehow, I mean it. Most likely, if you're watching this video, you have internet, you have food. I hope you do. You have internet, you have electricity, you have a smartphone or some kind of gadget where you have an access to the internet. So your parents somehow figured that out. So you can have these little beauties of the life, these facilities of the life. But why somehow? Because they are probably are lost as well as you are. If they're adults, it doesn't mean that they have everything under control. But what I want to have you here on this channel, and for myself also, to figure that out. I know there is no right or wrong question. I want to warn you. But there is certain a state where you can be happy. Not only physically. It's not about a bunch of stuff that you have. It's about your inner state, experience, self-talk, self-gratitude, self-esteem, a lot of self. It is not about being ignorance, or it is not about being selfish. It is about being open-minded, understanding what's going on and what you're doing with your life. Stop this postponing syndrome. Stop this toxic self-talk. Stop this doubtness, shyness, anxiety. It doesn't mean that you will free absolutely from that. But what I mean is rather you will know how to get over it, how to work with that, how to live through that emotions, how to analyze your state, and how to take yourself to the greatest journey called life and enjoy it with all of the specters of emotions, feelings, and actions around you. This is very weird because I have a lot of things going on right now, and it's always for me like, how do I manage that? How does it happen in my life? Why do I think that I don't have time when actually I do? Because I find myself always to spend my time on something sort of unnecessary. I'm not a robot. I can do work after work, but I don't structurize it. I don't follow the sort of pattern that would ease my life and make the work done. You know what I mean? And still, I will have those 3 hours of rest and even more enjoyment. Because honestly, everything that I do enjoy what I do. The studying, my internship, my additional studying, the reading, the blogging. But it's such a paradox because you always have these flaws of what to do and you're just frustrated. It is so a lot about self-control, awareness, ability to plan, ability to reach out these goals, ability to just say yourself to yourself, I'm gonna do this now, and that is okay. I'm not afraid to waste my time on the task that I have. I'm not afraid to step in there. You remember the lesson that I shared yesterday? Is that about rather than being anxious, try to be curious and go out there to find out what's gonna be. I personally still on that pathway, and after this little talk, I don't even know what was it about, because it doesn't have really any structure or anything else. It's literally just yapping about life. But for me, now it was much easier, like for now. While I have a couple of minutes, I want to say the story before I go that I've read the 6th chapter of Harry Potter, as I mentioned a couple of days ago, and they have this scene of Dumbledore's funeral. When the Dumbledore's dead, they don't show it in the movie, but they played a funeral for him. There were many, many people. Witches and wizards and creatures from all over the world. They gathered up together. All of his followers, all of his students and pupils and teachers and fellows, and even creatures, as I mentioned, they all gathered up to say goodbye. And that was a really powerful scene for me because I would think about my death and about my funeral and who's going to be there. Because I do understand that my mother is not going to be there, my father is not going to be there, my grandparents who are alive these days, they're not going to be there. And this is the only family that I have for these days. And none of them are going to be on my funeral. I'm not talking about my children, but my husband and about my other possible relatives that I will give a birth to, because this is going to be different. But my family that I'm so used to, I don't even have sisters, I don't have any siblings, I don't have anyone. They are my blood, and they're going to be gone by the time that I'm going to be dead. And this thought was so powerful, even though Dumbledore by that time, he had a brother, but he didn't show up on his funeral. And that thought made me think about how it is going to look like, who's going to gather out there. And I realized that I would like, I don't even know. I might say that I would like to see a lot of people as Dumbledore, because I will have a lot of like people who I helped to see this world differently, to build this world a better place. I would like to say so. But all I want to say for now is that this thing really freaked me out. I know that this is a very kind of depressive point of saying goodbye for now out of this little vlog, especially considering the name of this video. It is not about suicide, but rather through this, I wanted to say eclipse, but I would say lens. Through this lens, through this position to look at your life, to embrace it, take a deep breath, and move forward. I hope that in the following videos we will find that out, how to do so, depending on your life situation and what kind of mindset do you have for now. Because this is the thing, and this is the only thing that will help you to improve. I'm telling you that because I see the results, and I see and I feel it and I know it. As always, it's up to you and it's your choice. You have to listen to yourself, to who to listen, what to read, what kind of information to follow. So be very, very cautious about what you read, who you watch, who you listen to, what kind of thoughts are you putting in your mind, and who do they belong to. Be very aware, because these are the tricky times we live in. A lot of rubbish around us, a lot of it. Toilet flush, and that was the end of our episode. This was a kind of advent calendar edition, December the 3rd. I'll leave you to your thoughts, and I wish you all the best, actually. Yes, stick around if you also want to find out this crazy, beautiful, strange phenomena is life. And I want to say you that you're just doing well. You're good, you're enough, and you will get there where you want to be.